Hey guys, the AM Trader here. I've been trading for about 2 years with 80 plus winning percentage. However, the videos that are on this channel is for entertainment and educational purposes only. With that said, statistics have said that 90% of traders have lost money in the stock market. One of the reasons why is that these traders, they don't have the discipline to treat this as a high stress level job. If you think this is a fast, easy money scheme, it's not. It took me time, experience, discipline to study and to do research every day and even on the weekends. Today, it's Sunday, May 16, 2021, and it's only 5:56, almost 6 o'clock here in the morning. We will go through the reds and learn from my mistakes because, like John C. Maxwell quoted, it's said that a wise person learns from his mistakes. A wiser one learns from others' mistakes. But the wisest person of all learns from others' successes. So, let's hit the intro and get into it. So, May 10th to May 14th, that was the week that a good week actually. Slow week I feel, but it's not bad. Made about 400. No, let's see here. Made about $600 throughout the week, May 10th to May 14th. Biggest loss is TRVN, and we're gonna go through all the reds. So let's set this up. Where is it? Status loss. So we'll start with TRVN. TRVN. Here it is. I started trading this on Thursday. Let's see if we can maximize this sell. And here you guys can see that my trading strategy sometimes not so great, and the reason why is sometimes I hold longer than I supposed to, and that's the problem with traders, right? Traders usually get so comfortable with their strategies that they make mistakes. So here in the morning at 5 o'clock it spiked so hard and I got FOMO into it, and so if anyone knows, doesn't know, FOMO is fear of missing out. And so right when it spiked, and look at how fast this thing spiked, or how high this spiked, 24% within what 5 to 5:10 within 10 minutes. And so I was FOMOtic. Didn't trade down here. Instead, I trade up here, and then got what do you call it? I want to say jailbait, but no, bull trapped. And so held it right here, 221, and it started going down. And I added more here, thinking that it'll bounce on VWAP. Added more here, and no, didn't go as planned. And instead of selling it, and that's the problem, guys. Part of being a disciplined trader is that you have to sell. You have to sell your losses quick, right? And so I should have sold it, didn't sell it. I would have probably made or lost maybe a couple of dollars or cents, right? 100 shares at $2. That's not a big investment or trades. And so I should have cut loss right there, but instead I kept on holding it. And so it kept on going down, kept adding it. Let me just switch to 5 minutes here. So TRVN, I held this for 4 days, guys. 4 days of holding it. That's crazy, right? I don't usually hold that long, especially when it's not looking like the right setup for me. But yeah, held it all the way, kept on adding here. 500. I was thinking that this is probably the best area to add, and so added more here, 500 shares, added more here, 159, 159, add more. Oh man. And then finally the next day I finally sold it. That was on the May 10th. And so yep, that's my loss. Lesson learned from here is that, one, be disciplined, right? When you see a loss, you know, just stop being prideful, right? Stop being prideful. Admit that you lost and just cut it out, right? Just take your loss, get out, and get it over with. And instead, I kept on holding it, and guess what? Lost $600 right there. So lesson learned: take your loss, get out fast, right? All right, next one, ALF. Let's take a look at ALF here. Let's go back. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the. This is the other reason why I went in on TRVN. TRVN is because of this, right? I saw that this thing was jumping right here. I got in on the May 6th, right about here. So it dropped to 143, and that was kind of like my area where I should have added more, but I didn't. Instead, when I saw that jumped, I got in there. And so yeah, day chart for me looked kind of like bullish, and so that's why I kind of want to be positive. I want to be, I was hopeful that it was going to continue going upward, but it didn't. Also, shares noted that it's over 163 million, larger cap there, and larger float there. So yeah, lost money on that. Let's go to ALF. So learn, guys, learn from mistakes. ALF traded right here on the 10th, and so let's go to that. Here it is. ALF, man, this is also disappointing here, right? Got in right here. The setup was right? I got in at 489, and then sold it right here at 496. Just good execution. Let me go to 1 minute. Whoops, that's not the right one. All right. Here we go. Let's see. So this is the 5 minutes right here. You guys can see that, and this is 3 minutes. So whenever I trade live, I would use 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute, and of course 1 day. And so here's the 3 minute setup, here's the 5 minute setup, and here's 1 day. So in the morning, I saw that this was going up. I got in at around 489, which is great setup here, right? Let's zoom in here. Great entrance, 496. Great exit, right? Got in at 489 right as it broke VWAP, right? And then exit right there. Could have exited higher, but not bad of an exit. And then got back in at 506 and exit at 507, right? Sold 200 shares there, and then the last 100 shares sold it at 521. Got in again at 522, right? And I see that when the trade was not working, right? ALF, let's look into it. So when I saw that the trade was not working, I sold really fast, 517, and I think that's the one where I made a mistake there. 522, 517, right? So with this one I lost what, $5, right? $5 lost there, and the reason why is because it's way too high. I mean, 522, right? So I was expecting that this is gonna go upward. I was thinking that this is gonna be an upward momentum, but didn't go as planned. I made money here, but during that trade, it's way too high. Lesson learned from here is that, look, 1, 2 spiked, and then third one, right? If we look at let's restore the sell. It's only 11 million shares, and usually a lot of penny stocks are well known to be a pump and dumper. And just like TRVN, right? People pump it, market makers pumped it, and then they dropped it. With this, same case, they pumped it, and look at the 5 minutes, they drop it, right? The good thing about this is that my execution was pretty well made here, right? But the loss is not big, but there's a loss, and whenever there is loss, you got to think about it, right? Your setup is great, right? My setup is great. It spiked above VWAP. That's when I got in, all right, from 465 to 507 there, and so that was a perfect entry. Let's go back here. ALF. There's my loss, right? My return, ALF 7468, lost $5 and made $1. I believe it's right over here. And so you cannot dwell too much on losses, but it's a good way to learn. And for me, I believe this last one here, 736. Yep. For me, if I see this next time, I want to be very cautious. So look at this. First gap, right, broke VWAP, and then second, well, it dropped close to VWAP. That's perfect time right there. Second time, third time, right here. This is 1 minute. So first drop, second drop, third was not enough momentum there, right? Volume is not that great. Bullish volume is not that great. A lot of people were selling, and so lesson learned is that you cannot be greedy. Take your gain and get out and wait for the next setup. So next time I play ALF is I have to remember that first, second would be okay, right? Third, without volume pushing it, I would not be staying too long. And so that's a lesson learned from ALF. Next red is CFMS. Also got CFMS. CFMS was traded on the May 10th. I think I traded a lot of stocks on May 10th. Yeah, May 10th. That's another rule that you guys should have in mind, is that minimize your trades, but get in the best setup, right? This is around 6 o'clock. I believe I was trading ALF during this time. So 2 stocks, not a rule, right? Not a rule broken. 2 stocks trade at the same time. I was trading ALF, and then here I am trading CFMS. So with CFMS, I mean, look at this, right? Just like what I said with ALF, it spiked, broke VWAP, drop, spike, drop, spike, drop, spike. Now this one has like 1, 2, 3 spikes there, 4 spikes, right? I shouldn't been expecting more than that, and so right when it drops to VWAP, I didn't get in here. Instead, I got in here. Chased it right after it broke VWAP, thinking that it was gonna go up. But good thing that I cut my loss quick. Even though it's 20 shares, right? You gotta think about it. about it as like, you know, if you have money and you're trading with maybe bigger share, 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares, 5,000 shares, whatever, you have to learn to look at the candle and then take your money out quick. Now with this, look at the volume, look at the selling volume. There's momentum here, right, on selling, on sellers. So volume of pushing it, like volume of going up, is not much. You see this, right? And then RSI is showing that it's already overbought, and then it dropped. When it dropped, that's it. It's selling time, and so people are selling. And here, even here, the volume of buyer. This was probably not a reason why I got in, because you know I saw that the previous candle there shows a good sign of volume, but didn't follow through, and so lost money on that. And let's go to CFMS done. LEDS. LEDS traded several times. I believe I was positive on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, I'm red, total red right here, $37. Why is that? I'm guessing it's greed, of course, like every other losses I have. And so traded this on May 10th. May 10th. May. There it is. There we are. Okay. So May 10th. Oof. LEDS. May 10th. There's the 5 minutes. And here's the 1 day. LEDS has a potential. I mean, the share is only 4 million. Again, this can be a pump and dump because someone can hold, you know, 4 million times what the price is, right? 9, right? So about what, 40 million? Someone with $1 billion can be able to trade this and manipulate it. And so you got to think about that, right? Now with LEDS mistakes here, you know, getting him in small shares for sure. I should have been. I've never traded LEDS before. This is probably my first time trading LEDS, and so I was not very keen, or you know, I was not very aware, right? But I should have. I mean, for 2 years trading, I know that a lot of low shares, low float stocks like this does get very volatile, especially at the beginning of the intraday, which is around 7:30 my time or 9:30 Eastern time. And then of course, I mean, here broke VWAP, got in, right? Perfect execution there, perfect execution, perfect execution, but with smaller share, of course. I should have stayed on LEDS. I think I was focusing on something else here. LEDS 9:30, 7:30, 9:30. With 50 shares. Where is it? 60 shares. So I lost here with the bigger share. 20, 40, 10, 20. So the 20, 40s straight right here. 20, 60. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. 20, 40. But anyway, so my mistake was right here, trading at 9:57, and it's around 7:57 my time. Right? Is this right? Ah. No, I see it. Okay. 7:57 my entry, open time 7:57, exit 10:11, holding about 14 minutes. 14 minutes. So I'm guessing right here, right? 757. I got in here 20. Okay, so it seems like I got FOMO here. Yeah. So this is also another greed here, right? Every time you're FOMO, that means you're greedy. You're seeing that it's going up and you're like wanting to get in. That's something that I need to learn. When it dropped here, this is a perfect time. I mean, I might have thought that, because I should have gotten in right here and an exit right there. I did get trapped right here, right? 10 shares, 10 shares, but I didn't. I didn't sell here. I don't think I sold. Well, I sold here, 20 shares. I only made $1.11 there. But then, wow, that's a huge drop, because I lost $37 there, right? Didn't make a lot. So my entry is probably way too high here. Yeah, 11.9, so it's almost $12 there. And yeah, it just dropped, and it dropped hard. And so 11.1 way down here. That's about 7%, guys. 5%, 5.38%. And so one thing here, lesson learned, is that you don't know the stock. I have not traded LEDS before. Low shares, so a lot of volatility there. Shares rotated right there, spiked up, good volume, right? But then lost momentum and lost volume there. Even though shares rotated right there, still dropping. And so that was the high. I don't know what I could have done there. One thing that I always like to learn is that you gotta be defensive and also offensive at the same time. So I could have probably averaged down, but that's not a big spike. And so probably the best thing to do is just to sell your loss and stop adding. I think I added more because I thought that there was gonna be more spikes like this, but no, it didn't do what I expected. So yeah, that's a big loss. 37. Next one is EYES. Traded out on May 12th. EYES, May 12th. I lost twice there. So let's get there. EYES, May 12th. Right there. Right? Correct. May 12th. Okay, so I did a lot of trading on this one. The first one was big winner. And usually the first entry that I always make, green. So I need to remember that I need to always hit the early takes with some bigger share. So right when I see that break of VWAP, I need to get in with bigger share. With this one, it went up, drop. I lost money here at 746, which is 546 my time, right here. So this is greed again, right? It jump, 1, drop, 2, drop, 3. So it's already third time going up. Fourth time if you want to count this one, right? From 5 o'clock, boom, 1, drop, 2, drop, 3, drop. This is a small drop here. Like, you can't see that. Well, I mean, you don't have to count that, but still, three times that it spiked. I should not get back in again, right? 2 or 3, that's the max of dip buying. And so I lost money right here on 746, which is 546 my time. So right here, yeah, it dropped, didn't get in here. Instead, I chased it up there. What I could have done is probably, you know, no. Look at this drop, right? This is an indecisive candle, and it's more bearish than bullish. Look how the upper wick is stronger. It's a lot bigger than the lower wick. This means it's very bearish. I should have cut my loss earlier than waiting too long. 631. This candle went up to 629. Yeah, I mean, if I want to cut my my losses smaller, I probably would have sold it right there, or even add down here and then sold it up there. But instead, stubborn and cut way down there. Yeah, this is, again, stock trading is pretty much a mental game, guys. You gotta be disciplined in cutting your losses quick. ICE is another one. 5 days. Sorry, ICE. Let's see, when did I trade this loss? 9:35. So that's 7:35 my time. 7:35 right here. Oof. Look at this spike, guys. I mean, it went up from, I mean, it bounced 4% drop there. So it opens up right there. 601. I got in. Oh, okay. So it opened up right there, went up just for a little bit, for 1 cent, and then dropped hard, 4% drop. And I probably tried to buy in, thinking that this is a upward trend, right? Now this candle right here is actually a good candle, you know, but it's engulfing candle though, right? This is upward momentum. However, this engulfing candle engulfed this candle, meaning that this is bearish. It's turning around. Some people call it 180 degrees, right? I think it's Vales that said that. It dropped hard, and so, you know, I chased this, thinking that, hey, this is an upward trend. But look at that VWAP right there. Didn't bounce on VWAP. Instead, it just dropped harder. And so that's a mistake. I need to pay attention. Cannot be making these mistakes. Yeah. Once you know that it's dropping, you better sell it fast. And so I didn't. I held it longer. Defensively, I could probably play this defensively. But you know, again, this is 27 million shares. When it drops, it will drop. You know, I'll show you stock where it drops crazy, and I was lucky enough to get out. But yeah, this is a hard one to recover. I mean, I could have been defensive, but you know, you would never know if you don't see this spike here. And so this could have just dropped harder, right? Next one, FTEK and BIOL. FTEK, and I think that's the last one. FTEK. I traded this on the 13th of May. FTEK. Yeah. See, like something like this, right? That's the thing about being disciplined, guys. Take your gain and that's it. Forget about, you know, like even if it goes up higher, doesn't matter. You made your green and forget about it. I mean, look at this, right? You think that it's gonna do the same thing right here, right? I mean, this is best setup right here, right? Higher lows. You think that it will just continue going up, but it didn't. Look at that. And so here, this is crazy. Shares 30 million. It dropped right here. I should have gotten right here. Instead, I chased it again. Ugh, so stupid. You know, this is very much greed, FOMO, right? Don't be FOMO, guys. 247. Be disciplined. Got in right up here. Drop. bought more right here, dropped, bought more right here, dropped, got more at VWAP. Jeez, yeah, this is a bad mistake. I think I was testing the water here. Water didn't look good. I should have exited. Instead, stayed too long. Yeah, and just kept on adding all the way to the bottom, guys, all the way to the bottom. And so, like, sometimes, this is my defensive strategy, but if it is not bouncing up, just forget it, just sell it. I mean, I think with FTEK I was able to make it, to brought it down my average to be really low. I mean, I could have waited longer, but could have, would have, should have, right? First thing should have done is cut your loss fast, right? As it start going down, once you see that it's starting to break VWAP, get out, right? What I could have done is I could have wait and then get back in here somewhere in the bottom here, right? Or when it dropped, bought, sold, buy, sold, sell, right? Could have done that, but instead held it, defensive mode coming in. Don't even think about it, right? It's better that you be offensive than defense. I mean, there's a saying that says defense is the best offense, but here in this case, forget it. You're gonna lose money. And so I lost $25 on that. So it's pretty big for me. FSR is the next one, and then we'll hit BIOL. FSR right there. Traded this on May 14th, right there. May 14th. That was on Friday. So I talked about this on Friday already. I mean, look at this, right? From 5 o'clock, open right there. Yeah, like this one. It looks almost the same as TRVN. TRVN has the same. Which one? TRVN has the same look on this one. All right. That's the danger, guys, about being FOMO. It's better that you get in right here, right when it dropped to VWAP. Best area to get in. If not VWAP, then get in right below VWAP, right? Because then your target is gonna be VWAP. However, that's what I did with BNGO. Let me look at BNGO real quick just to show you guys. Best entry. Come on. Right there. So like this one right here, right? This is perfect entry right here because it dropped to VWAP. One of my setup is let it drop below VWAP, and as it start curling up, you get in, right? Get in and get in more down here when you see this support right here, right? Because that's a support area there. If it breaks, then you gotta sell it. You gotta be disciplined. Sell it right away. If it goes up, okay, follow it all the way to VWAP, sell it, right? And then if you see that the setup is still right, then you get back in, right? You get back in and sell higher, right? Buy the low, sell the high. Remember that. And so with FTEK, made a mistake. Didn't follow my rule. Didn't follow my lost mentally, basically, pretty much on FTK. Was it 50? FSR? Sorry, FSR. Yeah. So let me just make it bigger. Maximize this. So with FSR, there it is, right? It already been spiking. Let it drop to VWAP. You get in right here, sell right here, right? And if it doesn't go up, it doesn't do what you wanted it to do, right? You sell down here, right? And so that was FSR. Next one is BIOL. BIOL. I'm trying to make this simple. A lot of people tells like, oh, there's an ABCD pattern. Oh, there's U-shaped pattern. I mean, come on, right? Sometimes it works like U-shape, right? You could say could be a cup and handle pattern. Yeah, looks pretty good. But some people can say, you know, let's say right here, right? There's a cup and handle, right? People can say this is cup and handle, and then continue goes up. No, but here we see that it's a double tap instead of U-shaped candle, cup and handle, whatever they want to call it. So don't make it hard for you guys, right? Here with BioL, lost $16, lost 3% here, but it spiked. Look at this, right? It spiked already. Well, it didn't. Never mind. I thought, like you could see that this is already spiked. So now it's starting going downward. 5 o'clock here. It dropped to below VWAP. Probably best entry is around below VWAP. You see that this is support here, and it's creating higher lows, right? Higher lows. Best time to get in is right down here, not up here. Instead, it broke VWAP. I didn't get in here right as it broke VWAP. Instead, I got in right up there. That's chasing, guys. Okay, not good. And then as it dropped lower, kept on adding, and finally sold here for a big loss, right? BIOL, $16 loss. And so, yeah, those are my mistakes from last week. Could have held it longer, but don't. Remember, could have, would have, should have. It just ended up being could have, would have, should have, And so, train your mental, train your brain, and train your mind, because that's the only way that you can succeed in this, especially in this business. So anyway, those are my recap. Let's look at the how much loss have I lost throughout last week. I've lost about $700 loss because of my FOMO. It seems like I did a lot of FOMO trades, and that was the reason why I lost. I made money, of course, right? But $700 loss, that's huge loss, guys. Huge loss. Okay. Yeah. So that's my losses. Hopefully you guys can be able to learn from my mistakes and be able to learn and to change your mental, because I made $1,400 last week, $1,400 last week, but I lost $700. So man, I wish I could get it back. Look at that, lost $700. I could have win 1,400. So yeah, take your gain early. Remember the setup. If it goes below VWAP, get in as it curls up. Okay, don't get in when it continue going downward. As it goes up, get in, hit the VWAP, sell it. If it continues to go up again, so look at for a better setup, right? Another maybe dip a little bit, and then get in, and then wait for it as it makes it higher lows. You stay, and then you sell it at the top. Never chase, never be FOMO, and be disciplined. Okay, guys, that's my trade loss recap for last week. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.